yeah, you don't have to bleach. You deserve a medal, yeah. Need no sunscreen when you're there up on the beach. Travel back in your...
Well, I mean, you know, Colton T is just this young guy, you know, talented, you know, with a passion for life and with a passion for progress, you know, and whatever it takes to progress and survive in life, you know, I'll be a part of that. And that's just simply me, you know, just a progressive individual trying to do my best. Yeah.
Right. No, I've listened to a lot of your songs, and most of them are inspirational, motivational, things that you can relate to, especially as a young person growing up in a small island. And it's very difficult to penetrate the market, but you've been able to do that to an extent. And I know you have a lot of followers. So I'm curious to know, what is the inspiration behind the music you make?
My inspiration is definitely the people and my experiences. So yeah.
Gosh, I can't believe I lost the name. You made a song. Was it your mom who died or your aunt?
My mother.
Your mother. What is the name of the song that you made?
Too Soon.
Too Soon. I listened to that song a few. I actually had to stop listening to it because it got a bit emotional.
Your memories live on. It's the Lord for me. It's the Lord for me. Can't say I totally understand, but for sure I've accepted that I wake in the morning, send a message to your phone, and I won't get to check ticks. It's true you left me as a man, and I can provide for myself. But Sunday breakfast and lunch will never be the same no matter how much I practice.
I mean, I was feeling how I was feeling. I had lost my mother. That's my best friend. I'm not really much of a people's person, you know. She's my right hand. And, you know, it's like I lost one of the most important persons in my life, or the most important person in my life. And writing this song, the thing is that I understand my stance as an artist, and I understand my stance as who I am, right? And in order for me to create the inspirational music that I do, I need to experience a lot of things in life. So be it death, be it life in itself, you know, struggle daily. I need to experience things so that I'm able to sing about it. As sad as it might be, it's what I do, and it's how I am inspired. You know, creating the song for my mother was, you know, just like me putting thought into, you know, life, death, yeah, and giving people that experience.
Have you ever had anyone come up to you and say, you know, the song you made really touched me, or I really liked it, or it really resonated with me in one way or another?
I mean, people cry to my music a lot of the times because, you know, a lot of the music that I make is relatable stuff.
Expectations breed disappointments, but stressing over things you can't control is a problem. Avoid them if you can't do it. No situation is permanent, and nothing bad lasts forever. But struggle is a part of the life that we live, so best get it together. My struggles, they are temporary, and my trouble days could never face me. They could never face me though. Yeah. They could never face me though.
Yeah. So I regularly have people tell me and message me. I can't answer or reply to everybody, you know, because my inboxes are like filled up. But definitely I'm putting in the work and creating music that people, you know, that's going through the struggle or whatever it is that they're going through can relate to. Definitely.
All right. How would you say that your style of music has evolved over the years?
How has it evolved? I mean, I was wild, if you were to ask me, in the back then, because, you know, I was kind of singing about every and anything until I found this inspirational path where, you know, I just want to sing about things that people can relate to. Time to time I sing a girl song or a gun song, or time to time, but rarely you find me, even getting the inspiration to release the song. I do them, but I don't even release them most times. I have like 1,000 or 1,000,000 songs recorded, and I only choose to release the inspirational ones because that sits well with my soul, you know. You know, because struggle for me is gonna be a part of life forever. We're gonna go, and others are gonna come, and struggle is gonna be there. And I want, when I'm not there, that people can basically listen to my music and feel the same way that I felt and made other people feel, you know. So my music, I feel, is like strength to people, yeah. And
Like
I
a
want to
time,
basically leave that impact on it.
like a time capsule. Yeah.
Definitely.
Is there any particular person who inspired you to be part of the music industry?
I want to give that credit to an aunt of mine, Verna. You know, I go on thousands of interviews, and I do, you know, interviews all the time. And, you know, every time I listen to the interview like again, and then I try to recap on, like, you know, how did this, you know, musical inspiration begin in my life. I always give credit to basically guys in my community and this and that. But really and truly, when I think back, I actually started with her. Like, she was the one who instilled music in me from a kid. You know, she was writing songs with me. She always wanted me to go up for shows, but I never did. I was too shy and too scared for that. But she was the one that really and truly started putting music in my path and trying to write songs and get me to do competitions. And then I was doing songs on my own because I wanted to please this girl. I wanted to, you know, show some affection and some love and profess my love. And the only way I thought I could do that is by writing songs. And I asked my cousin Makida to help me out. And yeah, so these were the two people I started like that was my first inspiration, and they would give me ideas. And yeah,
I'm not even going to ask who the girl is. How did you come up with the name Ice Cream Man though?
Back when I was a young guy, there was the original ice cream man in the community, and I used to go out with him and sell ice cream every weekend. So that was my little weekend job when I was in primary school. And I used to go to every community with him. Like, you know, we had this little route. So we would do all of Goodwill, all of Roseau, Fonkole, and Gutter Village. You know, that was our routes. So I used to go every weekend, and, you know, seeing that I'm a musician and real life inspires my stuff, I incorporated, you know, my life experience as a little ice cream man into my music, and, you know, it hit.
Girls wanna have a cup, but she want my ice cream truck. Nah, She say, Mr. Ice Cream Man, boy, what kind of flavor you have? I'm in the burning sun, boy, I need something.
So shout out to the Ice Cream Man.
Definitely. And definitely.
So tell me, we're in a small Caribbean island. It's very hard, as I said, to penetrate the market. But what is it like for you being a musician in the Caribbean?
I mean, it's like any other profession. It has its good days, and there are bad days. There are stressful times. But for the most part, I'm really appreciative of how far I've come in this industry. I'm really appreciative of the way that I've been received by the people who are my fans and my supporters. And I mean, you know, like in anything you want to do, you know, if you want to do it, you're gonna have to put the work in. And it's been really difficult, but I really wanted this. And I know I'm one of the most successful musicians on the island of Dominica, and one of the greatest dancehallers to ever be born in the world, that's for sure.
Nice. You see, it starts with confidence. So how far do you see your music reaching? Are you aiming for an international audience? Well, if you have not achieved that already, by the way.
I mean, I have recorded with international artists already. You know, artists that has been signed and stuff like that. You know, it's never You know, all of these things, like sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. Yeah, but I see myself recording with more individuals who are, you know, in the international space, on the mainstream stage, etc., etc. Definitely, yeah. Maybe even more Caribbean and regional collaborations as well. You know, and the only way to do that is to get you know, keep pushing and keep networking. With the whole COVID vibe right now, it's a bit more difficult to network. We had a whole plan 2 years ago that kind of got canceled, you know, and with that whole intention. But, you know, like we discussed, you know, that's life, that struggle, and we have to find a way to overcome, you know, these hurdles.
All right. No, you know who you remind me of? Jamil from Jamaica. I love his music, and every time I hear a song of yours, that's immediately what comes to mind. Do you have any short-term artistic collaboration plans, perhaps with Jamil? And I'm just throwing that out there as ideas.
I would like to do a collaboration with him for sure. I mean, his music aligns with what I sing about, and I think it would be something really good if we got to meet and collab. As far as in the plans or in the pipelines now, we don't really have any collaborations right now, but I recently released my Talisman album that really did well. And, you know, because of COVID, we didn't get to really push it as we should, but we're gonna start pushing it with visuals and stuff for the year. So you never know, you might end up seeing a collaboration, you know, from me and your the artist you like, or maybe another artist that you may like. What I am doing is that some of the younger artists in Dominica who are basically aspiring to be dancehall greats, I am giving them that strength, giving them that hand that I never got, you know, to get them into the market, to get them into the game, and to just give them some motivation that they too can be inspired to do more and keep the fire burning.
Because you have your own studio, right?
Yeah, my own studio. I have my rehearsal studio, which I think is a way that I've chosen to give back to the musical industry in Dominica, where you know, the bouillon bands, likewise the dancehall and the different other segments or genres can get to rehearse at any time.
Great. I'm coming down to my last question, but I want to segue a bit into a question that I didn't have, but I have to ask. You seem to be a multi-talented, multifaceted type of person who is interested in multiple streams of income. What would you say to encourage other young artists or just other young people who want to get into the entertainment industry but are struggling right now because of where we live in the Caribbean?
It's all about belief, though. You know, belief in oneself, and I think if you're determined and you want something, you're gonna go through whatever means it takes to achieve it. You know, so it's, for me, it's believing in oneself. That's one. And number two is like educating yourself about your art form or whatever it is that you enter, you know, and do. Because I wasn't a studio engineer or anything like that, but people need to rehearse, and I found a solution. I built them a rehearsal studio, and you know, I have to learn to use the mixer board and learn the different things. I mean, it may not be my forte, but you know, I will learn, and I will be able to host a rehearsal night. Yeah.
Nice. I want you lastly to tell our viewers where they can access some of your music from.
All right, so I'm cross-border on the internet. It's Colton T Music. You search that in, and you get links to, like, buy links to my songs. It's available worldwide on like iTunes and all of the digital streaming platforms, Amazon, wherever it is, TikTok, wherever there is digital music being sold, Tidal, Colton T is there. You search Colton T Music, or you go on YouTube, you search my songs. The links are in the descriptions, and yeah.
Yeah, the authenticity in my voice. My choice. Yeah, by the time I realize that I am this country's pride, everything would already legalize. Years of my life, all I did was fantasize that my dream would materialize. Yeah, that my dream would materialize.